what is up, YouTube? G3 Iron here, and we are taking a look today at the Hideout Showcase announcement that was made, showing off different hideouts and the different awesome things that different exiles have come up with. A lot of things that are really, really cool about hideouts and showing off different hideout creations are just one of the things that I enjoy, at least, is the different imaginations that people are able to come up with using their imagination and using the combination of different little microtransaction pieces or different aspects of art that are available for hideouts. So I appreciate it. I do a ton of trading, as you all know. I love the economics in Path of Exile. I love the trading experience. I love almost everything about trading in PoE. And so it's really, really fun, actually, for me to be able to visit and see different people's hideouts. And it's actually pretty cool to get to see different people in the hideout showcase section of the forum and then go and do trades and sometimes bump into those people. That's like really, really cool when you get one of those experiences. Like, hey, I saw your hideout on the thing. It's really cool. So hopefully today we're going to show off a couple of those hideouts and maybe inspire you to decorate your hideout or at least to appreciate other people as they're decorating their hideouts. So here's the announcement. It's been 2 months since the start of Delve League, so it's time to check out the Hideouts forum to showcase your creations. We've picked several recent hideouts to share with the rest of the community. We are pleased to find a couple of Delve-inspired hideouts with rails and crystals all over the place. So this first one is called Nicos Research Facility by Nanat. And the thing that I wanted to show off here that's the coolest thing is, like, you see that there's these little mine carts that are going on with the different crystals in there. I thought that was just a nice little touch, as there's rails going all the way around Nico's research faculty. And then, of course, there's like an entrance over here, and it really does look like it's like overlooking, you know, the mine, like it's this massive project that's going down into the mine. And there's Vagan over there just waiting to 1v1 you or something, or duel you, and there's Zana in the midst of it. Anyway, it looks really nice. That's an excellent job done, very well. So the next one is the Old City Hideout by Le Gros Simeon. I think that's how you're going to say that. Anyway, this one's pretty great. Just where it looks a lot like something that would be a mesh between maybe what like the Fallen Ruins look like in Act 2. Or maybe even what one of the old Vol cities would have looked like before everything fell apart and we're running through the Fallen City and the Fallen City structures that we get to see. I love the lighting that they used in this. One of the things that I think is really cool about PoE in general is just the lighting and how dark everything is. And so when you start with a dark background and then you illuminate it and you light it up, it looks a lot different than if you start with a light background and then make everything dark. I was actually reading the other day, it was on Reddit, somebody had shared that the Batman series, the animated Batman series, was actually done in this same style, in this same lighting style, where rather than drawing dark colors on a white background for the animators and for the artists, they took a dark background and then drew dark or light colors on top of it, and it really gives a much more gritty and much more dark theme to it. I'm not sure if that's the same style in terms of art that PoE does, where they start with a darker background and then moves to a lighter one, but I just know that it really looks great when you're looking at something like this, like the Old City Hideout, and everything else is dark, and it really highlights the lighting effects that are being used. Next one is the Lion's Crypt Hideout by Nubarino. This is really cool just because it looks almost like there's this massive illuminated crystallized sentry light that's in the center, and then you kind of feel like you're in the midst of a crypt or a catacomb, something where there's some sort of dark ceremony going on, but you've been invited in for some reason. This would be like an epic setting for a D&D encounter. I could totally see using this as the boss room in a D&D encounter during, inside a dungeon. It's pretty great. This is just regular hideout by Shelly 2. And this is pretty cool because you can see the tracks running through everywhere. So it's like, here's Nico's cart that's running through, and it's like it just came out of the mine, and maybe here's a wrecked ship from the harbor that's coming in, and maybe they're trading sulfite, at this particular hideout. They're trading sulfite between this wrecked boat, or what used to be this boat. There used to be much more activity and a much more busy harbor, but now it's all wrecked and run down, and the only thing that's left is you and Nico to go insane as you drop down into the delve. This is Halls of Deep by Arquan, and again, this is just another great example of the blue stands out. Like, the blue really it like calls attention to itself in the center because everything else is either red or yellow. There's a little bit of white here with the crystal, but then it's just like this massive blue beacon is calling to you in the center of this hideout. Really, really cool use. I believe that's the waypoint. And then, of course, here's Haku and Elrion chilling over here and Haku's workbench. And then there is a video I will post and share the link description, of course, for the forum guide. We're not going to take a look at this, but if you'd like to take a look at the Tomb of Giants, it's really cool. And then the Winter Forest full guide. So this will actually walk you through the design process of somebody actually making a hideout and what that looks like piece by piece. So it's pretty cool. All right, so to wrap it up, Natalia says, we know that you've been waiting for news about hideout changes. We are happy to confirm that we're improving hideouts in the upcoming 3.5 expansion and adding a long-awaited feature. We'll tell you more shortly after the expansion announcement. Thank you for all your incredible hideouts. We can't wait to see what you create in 3.5.0. So there you have it. A little bit of a tease that something is going to happen. So there's already speculation. Speculation on the forums and on Reddit has been, is this going to mean that hideouts, we can maybe save templates and take them from different leagues to different leagues? So you could just essentially reprint your hideout. You wouldn't have to recreate it every league. Another suggestion has been that maybe there will be different backgrounds that will be added. Another has been that maybe masters are somehow, because the master rework is coming out in 3.5, that maybe somehow masters are going to get reworked and maybe there's going to be a new feature interacting between hideouts and masters. Anyway, lots of different things to speculate about today as we are looking at hideouts, that even hideouts are getting revamped. Someone has even posted and said, hey, maybe since masters are getting reworked and hideouts are getting reworked, maybe we'll have a vendor shop in our hideout. Who knows? I don't know. That hasn't been announced. Nobody hold that against GGG if they don't do it, because they haven't said so. They've just said, hey, we've got a new feature that we're excited to share with you. So I'm excited to cover it as always and excited to see what's coming down the pipe with 3.5.